just look how messy it is. Hello and welcome to this April wrap-up. Have to I'm gonna turn this on silent. Okay, yeah, have to sit on the floor because couch is a mess. I could have sat at my desk, but I'm filming on my camera, so this just seemed easiest. Yes, April wrap-up. I read 6 books. Wow. Poetry collections. Yeah, they're books. They're books. I read 6, which is 1 more than I have done in the past with each month. Usually I've been keeping a pace of, wait, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 2 more. Each month so far has been 4 books. That has kept me pretty much on track with my reading goal for the year. I'm currently 1 book ahead, but that's because it's almost the middle of May. So that's kept me kind of ahead. But April, I read 6 things, 2 more than usual, so I suppose it's helped me get ahead. I'm gonna start now. The first was a reread that I brought from March into April. Didn't mean to, it just took me forever to actually finish reading it. Radiance by Grace Draven. It was a reread and I pretty much finished it almost a year to the day from when I first finished it. I still really love it, so it's still a 5-star, but I'm not going to talk too much about it because I mean I probably didn't speak much about it in my last in the wrap-up that it first appeared in, but yeah, oh, the most I'll say is it's of friends to lovers and arranged marriage in a fantasy setting, self-published, really great, slow burn kills. After that was the first poetry collection for April, which is poetry month, was Meadowlands by Louise Gluck. It was really good. I read it in like 1 sitting. I like absorbed it all. I'm pretty sure I unboxed this in a vlog that I've recorded but not edited. So yeah. Yeah, so poetry collection. This poet has won awards. A Pulitzer Prize for Pulitzer Prize for another poetry collection. It was really good. It had Greek mythology retellings. It had Greek mythology retellings in this. Not enough for me to write on it, but it was still really enjoyable to read, and it is worth mentioning in my thesis at some points. So words, credit. I get credit for reading this. But yeah, no, it was really great. Each poem had a different form or aesthetic on the page, and reading it really helped my own poetry writing that I did in April when I was writing at the start of the month. I'll read out my favorite line. One of my favorite lines of poetry ever, from the first poem in the collection titled Penelope's Song. The line is, "With your troublesome body, you have done things you shouldn't discuss in poems." Ooh, so I really love that. Did I mention I give this 5 stars? Because I give it 5 stars. What is next? Okay, this is when I was craving like really shitty fantasy stories. Like fantasy romance. So, the next thing I read was Shard of Glass by Emily Deddy. This was a Cinderella retelling, and I gave it 4.5. I actually really liked it. The pacing probably a bit weird, but overall I thought this was a really great retelling. Like, I don't really like the original Disney Cinderella movie. I like the live action of the Cinderella movie with actually, why am I trying to remember the actors' names? I'm really bad at remembering actors' names. Lily James and the really cute guy that's in Game of Thrones, but I've not watched Game of Thrones, so I don't know. He's in Rocketman as the bad man, but I love him. Anyway, but I really like this retelling, even though I think it's a self-published book. And one of my big things about reading, so this is often something that comes up with self-published books, is just I want more. I just want more. So yeah, the pacing was off. The descriptions could have been more in-depth. The world building could have been a lot stronger, but it was still really enjoyable, that it wasn't too much of a strain to read. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, that was that. And then from there, I went straight into the second book in the series called Thorn of Rose, a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I didn't like this one as much. There wasn't as much as the slow burn that was in the first one. What are my reviews on these actually? Because I remember writing something. I give Thorn of Rose 4 stars. Was good, not as good or polished or descriptive as the first. Pacing was off in the first half, took a long time to intersect the two characters. Once they were together though, good chest burns. Nice ending. Probably have more things to say, but I have 40 seconds left of my lunch break. What did I say in the first review for the first one? Oh yeah, there are trigger warnings for Shard of Glass, for some family abuse and gaslighting. I actually got really uncomfortable with that, but that might just be a me thing, but the trigger warnings are there anyway. Oh yeah, one of the things about reading like these really shitty romance fantasy books that I find on the Kindle store is that they lack a lot of diversity. It was pretty allo cishet. That's it. Allo cishet. Yeah, that one. So pretty much this entire family gets coupled up with someone and it's all straight. They're all cis. They're all white. I think, I don't know, I think in the third one they're gonna introduce a person of colour, but I think they're considered the enemy, so that's problematic, but I'm not too sure on that. So Anyway, moving on from these shitty fantasy romances, the next one I read was You Are Happy by Margaret Atwood, which was a poetry collection. And this one I am writing my thesis on because it's got a Cersei adaptation in here. And I have to write that text analysis on this soon. Yeah, I gave this 4 stars. It was okay. I mean, Atwood is a very acclaimed writer. Yes? Is that the right tensing of that? Yeah. It's okay. There were good poems in there. Not my favorites I've ever read, but because I'm doing my textual analysis on this, I had to read it. Yeah. And there's not much else I can say on that. But look, I'm getting through my library loans. I learned a few more things. So bye. The last one. Oh, I have to get up the review for this one. I think this one made my co-worker laugh. There we go. Okay, the last one that I read for the month was Hating Game by Sally Thorne. I didn't know this author was Australian. I feel cheated in some way. Anyway, this is a contemporary romance. I give it 5 stars. I expected to give books 5 stars because I want to really enjoy them. If I enjoy them a lot, I do give them 5 stars. But I loved the hell out of this one. My Goodreads review says this. How the hell am I still alive? I had chest pains for most of this book. Good chest pains, but pain nonetheless. Was so addictive. Loved the characters, the dynamics, the plot lines. Yeah, it was pretty predictable in parts, but so satisfying to read regardless. So yeah, it's very typical and tropey, which is fine because it's romance. There was enemies to lovers. I reckon it's still enemies to lovers, even though some people claim that it's not actually. It's a one-sided enemies to lovers. Put it that way. Then there was the trope of character sick, other character stays and takes care of them. Endlessly endearing. Oh my god. I would happily reread this like again right now. It was so good. Because of that, I bought the second book of hers like straight away. I don't know what else to say. I think that's it. How did I read 6 books and then just still get through it? Am I just not talking about books properly? Am I speaking 10 miles per hour? I don't even... That sounds really slow. Wait, is 10 miles really slow? I can't tell. I think 10 miles is slow because 10 kilometers is slow. But they're not the same thing. 10 miles per hour? 2 kilometers? Oh, that's okay. Oh, 10 miles per hour is only 16 kilometers per hour. That's really slow, car-wise. Anyway, have I spoken quickly? What's the point I was trying to make? Anyway. I think that's me done. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you read and enjoyed. If you've read any of these things and have different thoughts and would like to discuss, happy to discuss. There is a bug that's gonna fly past my camera. Oh, oh, very considerate bug. It didn't go past the lens. Alrighty, that's it. I have some writing to do. Hope you have a lovely day or night. Bye bye.